The Asus ROG phone is unquestionably a creative gadget, and Asus may have made the greatest stride yet towards making the gaming telephone a thing. Asus guaranteed us a couple of astonishments at Computex 2018 this year, and the organization is remaining consistent with its statement. The Taiwanese PC and cell phone organization resulted in these present circumstances years occasion with its first gaming cell phone discharged under its ROG image. The organization calls it the ROG phone, the model number ZS600KL, and it's the third gaming-driven cell phone we found as of late, after the Xiaomi Black Shark and Razer phone. Not at all like the Asus Zenfone arrangement, this one takes after the ROG outline dialect, with a couple of slick changes intended to interest gamers. Cost and accessibility. Asus hasn't affirmed valuing or accessibility for the new telephone. However, it's required to convey a top-notch sticker price, and Asus delegates have said the telephone will be discharged in the US, UK and APAC locale plan. While cell phones from Asus have so far been sold under the Zenfone moniker, with the ROG phone, Asus is successfully propelling an augmentation of its PC gaming brand to cell phones. The gadget takes after the ROG plan dialect, with sharp lines, a dark complete and particularly gamer looks. Indeed, even the unique mark sensor, camera and glimmer modules on the back are particular from different telephones, and you see the gleaming ROG logo under them. Also, truly, the ROG logo does illuminate, and you can change the shading on the off chance that you need. The vast majority of the back is canvassed in glass, with a cutout metallic segment on the correct side that houses speaker grills. While Asus says there's glass on the back, it feels more like plexiglass than the Gorilla Glass backs you find on leads today. The organization has likewise bended the back edges, so the telephone settles in your palm. It's substantial, however, not excessively along these lines, and it's tall, which makes it less demanding to use with one hand, despite the fact that it isn't impeccably suited to one game utilize. What the ROG phone doesn't have is an indent in the screen. There's another speaker grill indented in the best bezel, and an indistinguishable grill in the base bezel, both in a rosy gold shading. To proceed with the stealthy looks of the telephone, the power on-off and volume catches are on the right, joined by two USB Type-C ports for a pending frill. There's another Type-C port on the base for charging the telephone. By and large, the ROG phone is absolutely particular, and plainly, gamer-centered. Specs and performance. The ROG phone keeps running on the Snapdragon 845. However, the chipset hits a higher clock speed on this gadget. Asus says it worked with Qualcomm for the chipsets, and the clock speed can achieve 2.9 GHz, around 100 MHz higher than typical. Be that as it may, all the more significantly, the ROG phone has a 1080p AMOLED show with 90 Hz invigorate rate. While that is lower than Razer's 120 Hz spec, neither would have a major effect until the point that diversions truly begin supporting them. The same is valid for HDR playback, which the show supports.